want to touch more on Ryan Garcia about his comments that he's been making about Terrence Crawford and how he hasn't fought anybody and he hasn't fought any generational talent. I kind of touched on this on a separate video, but I want to just say some things about that, man. Clearly, Ryan Garcia, it seems like he's just trying to keep his name relevant out there until he comes back to fight. I believe he said once his suspension clears, he's going up to welterweight, where I hope he get his block knocked off. But to disrespect Crawford that way, somebody that ain't even paying him any mind, that should tell you a lot. Is very disheartening, so to speak. And according to Ryan Garcia, belts and stuff don't really, doesn't really matter, doesn't really make you. And that's the problem with boxing now. That's the problem with a lot of these new age boxers. They don't have old spirit. They don't have respect for the sport. And he showed many times that he don't have respect for the sport. And his fans don't got respect for this sport, dude. If you respect a dude like that, that's making a mockery of boxing, you not a real boxing fan. You a fanboy. And a word I'm gonna say that I really don't like saying, you was a nut hugger. That's what you are. This man, who gave him the authority to speak on a dude that is going to the Hall of Fame of boxing? Okay, a guy that never won a belt. He never won a belt. He's never won a belt. And don't tell me the belts don't matter, because they do. Boxing is not just the new modern age of boxing, making everything about money. You got a few boxers out there now. They believe in the money and the legacy. You got to be about both. You're not in the sport to get your head punched on for free, but at the same time, it's not all about the money either. There's something that you feel great about when you win a belt. That's why a lot of times, most of these fighters, when they get their first title, you see them crying. They get hysterical because they put in the blood, sweat, and tears. They put in the hard work to get to where they are. And people like Ryan Garcia, when he says stuff like that, that kind of makes it spit in the face of a lot of these fighters that become first world champions for the first time, become undisputed. You notice when you become undisputed and the first time champ, that's the most greatest. Unification is good too, but you notice when boxers win their first belt or when they become undisputed, they get really emotional because that shit is important. At that time, they're not thinking about the money. They're thinking about, oh man, I'm the best of the best. I'm the best in this division. And a varsity crackhead like him come along and start disrespecting the sport when he talk about people like Terrence Crawford. Ryan Garcia has the makings of a varsity crackhead, bro. Now, being from the hood, being from Brooklyn, you know a crackhead when you see a crackhead, bro. The dude always looked sweaty. There was crackheads used to walk around with there was this crackhead named Joby, man. He used to walk around he was bald, and he used to walk around with a towel and shit like that. He used to wipe his head off and shit like that because he was always high, and he used to sweat a lot, man. But he wasn't a crackhead that was like one of them skinny crackheads. He was a nice chunky sized crackhead, man. But nonetheless, he was a dope fiend, bro. And Ryan Garcia, the way he talks, it's a combination of that with the liquor or with the alcohol or something. But he's clearly on something, man. And why the first thing out of his mouth shouldn't be talking about Terrence Crawford. It should be going to AAA or some shit and going away to a alcoholic anonymous camp. Look at me fumbling. But get him out of here, bro. Get him out of the sport. I'm tired of his mouth, man. I'm tired of his mouth. You a youngin'. You don't have the authority to talk about nobody else that's a 4-divisional champion, bro. You ain't even a 1-divisional champion. You ain't even won one belt yet. You not in no place to talk anything about Terrence Crawford, man. That'll knock your head off. Talking about he's not an exciting fighter. Bro, your biggest claim to fame is social media that has nothing to do with boxing and getting your ass whooped and stopped by Gervonta Davis. That's your biggest claim to fame right there, bro. You can't talk nothing about a guy that never quit in the ring. He never quit. You quit, bro. Tank made you quit. You forgot about that? That wasn't too long ago. Tank made you quit. Because you know why? You don't have the skill set to beat him. You don't got the skill set to beat him, bro. If you were so good, you would have been, your IQ would have looked amazing in that fight. But you looked like a scrub. You went in there, thought you was going to bully him, and you got slept almost. Almost got slept in what round was that? He got knocked down in the second round? That's IQ? To get knocked down in the second round? But come on, man. Shut up, man. This dude is not, he has no type of authority to talk anything about a champion. He can't talk about Errol Spence. Errol Spence had real belts. You can't talk nothing about Errol Spence. You can't talk about Terrence Crawford. You can't talk about any of these dudes, especially if you never held a real fucking belt, bro. You only saying belts don't matter because you ain't never had none. That's why they don't matter to you, because you ain't never had them. And I believe him when he say belts don't matter. He didn't even come in. He came in heavy for the Haney fight. That means he wasn't dedicated. He just in it for the money. If you feel like that, shut your mouth and just collect money. Don't talk about real champions, bro, as in this sport, to create legacy and to get nice, good, big bags while they creating that legacy. But you shut your mouth, man. That's all I really got to say about this varsity crackhead, man. Anyway, this is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, man. I'm off this.